Now, another part of your business, Terry, is actually the voiceover coaching. Are there more folks that are interested than ever before in tackling this business called voiceover?
Well, I get a lot of calls and emails on a daily basis from people that have been told their entire life it's the same phrase every time.
Right.
I've been told my entire life that I have the voice to be doing voiceovers.
Right.
It's a great industry to get in if you're willing to do the work.
Okay.
There aren't going to be people pounding on your door looking for your voice, because your voice sounds like about 200,000 other voices. But if you learn how to network and you learn how to market your voice, you can do very well. I mean, we're living in the age now where you can do this from home with a simple setup, microphone, a good computer, good PC or Mac, both work just fine, with very little overhead. Good microphone, computer, quiet area in your home. You don't need a big $20,000 studio in your home to do voiceovers.
Right.
I've heard students that have converted their walk-in closets to studios.
Yeah.
People have gone into their dog houses.
Right.
I've been in the doghouse a couple times, but
That's a whole other show.
oh, that's another show too. But just there's easy ways to convert small areas of your home
Right.
into little studios. All for very little money.
Well, I think that's really what struck me about a year ago was when I started in the business, we'll just say a couple of decades ago, you did have to have the agent. You did
Yes.
have to have your connections where you could go into a professional studio and all those different things. I mean, for the most part, or even if you did build your own, it was pretty expensive. I mean,
You
it was an
had to be,
expensive
yeah,
process,
you
but-
had to be a part of a talent agency, and you had to be in really well with the agent.
Right.
And jobs came by way of auditioning.
Right.
Or if a certain client liked your voice, they would have to go through the agent. Well, agents are still a part of the game today. They're just not the only player in the game.
Right.
There is plenty of work out there that you can now get on your own, working with production directors, audio visual directors in big corporations who are always looking for voiceovers, and people that you find through social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. There are a ton of business owners out there looking for this kind of work.
Well, I think that's a really important part of this is, there may also be a myth or uneducation around the cost. And so in today's world, because the middleman in so many situations can be eliminated, I as a business owner can connect with you directly. Is that correct, Terry?
That is correct.
Actually cut my expenses because of that.
The only people that tell you that you absolutely need an agent to get voiceover work are the agents.
Hey,
But I'm
everybody's
telling
got
you,
to
it's
get
not
paid.
true.
And again, we're not taking anything away from that process. Just like you said, it's a whole different ball game, and this isn't the only industry that's feeling this effect. Anybody who had a gatekeeper or middleman involved is starting to see a different world.
Well, and it's wild because I'm finding myself working with clients in Dublin, Ireland,
Right.
Singapore, Munich, Germany. They're all over the world,
Right.
and with having a simple setup at home and being able to communicate with these clients on like Skype, which is an online instant messenger with audio for
Yes.
free,
Right.
as long as they have the software. It makes it so much easier. And plus, with PayPal is like my best friend. I am married to PayPal.
Right.
It's the love of my life. Skype and PayPal. Exciting stuff, I know.
Well-
But this gives you a great opportunity out there to work with not only with clients in your own market, but people overseas.
Well, what you're really talking about here is how it's become such an inexpensive way to kick off your own business. And so if you already have a passion, a talent around the voiceover industry, we've talked about a lot of the ways that it's changed. The web's changed different options. You can really, really do this. And so one of the things you do, Terry, is also the coaching for future voiceover talent.
I
Just
do.
share a little bit about that.
Well, I try to train aspiring voiceover talents, and we practice reading lots of different scripts, trying to find that niche that they're going to be in the marketplace. Some people are going to be very good at narration. Some
Right.
people are going to be very good at commercials. There's going to be people that are going to specialize in on-hold messages. So I try to find that out with somebody's voice.
Okay.
And just working with them. And my biggest background will probably be, my strongest background, I should say, is going to be in the marketing department and helping them brand themselves, helping them get out there and actually get jobs doing voiceover work. We do a lot with technique and working with the scripts, reading a script and not sounding like you're reading it, being able to interpret, making it come off the page, and everybody has a lot of fun with it. And of course, the ultimate goal would be to make a lot of money at it.
Well, it's a fun industry, and And so if I'm listening to this today and I'm thinking, like you said, I've been told all my life that I have a voice that I think the fun part now for me personally, Terry, is people say, oh, Pam, you've got a voice for radio, and they don't realize my background. It's 20 years ago. This has been some part of my life. But if you're one of those people, how can we connect with you to learn more about how to work with you?
Well, you can actually visit my website,
Okay.
which is universalvoicetalent.com. Again, that's www.universalvoicetalent.com, and you can send me a little inquiry. You can fill out the little opt-in box, and we can just kind of go from there. It's a great time to get into the industry because there are so many opportunities globally to do voiceover work on a narration level and on a commercial level. It's so explosive right now because we have so much more than just TV and radio.
Right. And I think that's what we really want to make sure people understand is the options have really expanded in the last few years, and they're probably just going to continue to expand. So, all right, guys, make sure that you connect with Terry Daniel, and of course, Facebook. You're on Facebook.
I am. You can find me on there, facebook.com/voiceoverdude. And my Twitter handle, if you don't mind me promoting that, would be @tdaniel39.
Excellent. And we also have all your information on Next Stage Business Radio Show because you are one of our collaborators. You're a team player for us, which we appreciate immensely. So we will always continue to keep your information on our website as well.
I appreciate it.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for being a part of our show today, Terry.
Awesome. I'm going to hang out for a couple more days.
Okay.
I
No.
don't know if I'm ever going to leave.
Well, we're going to give another person a chance to talk, though, if that's okay.
That
You
works.
okay with that? All right. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we have our Leaders and Teachers segment. Julie Gilbert is on deck. She is the CEO and founder of Wolf Means Business, and we're excited to have her on the show. So coming up in just a minute, we're on Next Stage Business Radio Show. Pamela Muldoon, Business 1570.